I mean, like,
Yeah.
for me, that was, like, that's what changed the way I view, like, what I want for my life. Like, here, I feel like it's to get a job, to get married, and to start having a family, like, really, really soon. Or not soon, but to have that at some point. In Greece, it's not that structured. It's, like, to find happiness, but through other means.
What's your dad like?
In terms of?
Just
In
like,
general?
what's he like as a person?
As a person, he really likes to work. He's got that, like, American work ethic, you know?
And
He'll work 12 hours.
what does he work? Where does he work
He's in a
now?
pharmaceutical. He's an Abbott.
Okay.
He's like a managing director now. Studied chemistry, but does that now. He's the opposite of what I want to be. It's kind of weird because, like, I respect him a lot for working this much and for, like, having this work ethic, but he just doesn't have free time. He I ideally, like, I can see myself, like, not as a professor exactly, but something along the lines of that, because it just gives you the flexibility to like have like this academic career, but at the same time do other things, you know. And it's not just about working; like, it's about developing as an individual throughout your whole life. Like, everyone says, like, college are the 4 best years of your life. I mean, it's true, but why is it true? Because you have so much time to pursue what you want.
That's
Something that's helped me develop a lot, because, like,
Oh, yeah.
there's so many restrictions
yeah.
here that, like with alcohol, like, you see people, like, this weekend in Lewis, like, I don't know how many people puke, like, and they're 20 years old, and I mean, you won't see that in Europe, you won't see that in Greece. There's no way you'll ever see that in Greece, because you've been through that when you're 14, which might be young, but, like, you've experienced it.
So did you puke at 14?
Yeah, I did. I did. Not a lot, because I wasn't ever one of those people that drank a lot. But, like, it's something that I tried. You know, I saw what my limits were, and I was like, okay, I've seen it, I've done it. Like, it's over. But, like, it's kind of, I find it embarrassing to be 20 years old or 19, like, being a freshman or sophomore and still behaving like that. And, like, that's something that, honestly, I really don't like here. Like, it bothers me a lot. Okay, Tufts first. Tufts, I'd say, like, this, like, pseudo culture, like, pretending to be something, or, like, saying certain things with men, not with everyone, but with some people, and, like, this idea of, oh, freedom, like, you can say anything you want here, be anyone you want, but in my opinion, none of that is really true. Like,
what do you mean pseudo
like,
culture?
if you're a Democrat here, like, no, if you're a Republican here, let's put it this way, like, how easy is it for you to be open without getting judged all the time? You will get judged, like, because, like, I just see it too, like, when I'm having a conversation with someone, if I say something, like, that, like, contradicts what they believe, we'll talk about it, but they feel the need to, like, change my mind, you know, like, change the way I think, like, just, like, I respect your opinion, just respect mine, you know, it's like that kind of thing, like, Tufts praise itself on being, like, free, on being open, but I feel so limited here, like, there are certain things I just can't say, because, it's just, I feel like life here is just very, I don't know how to, I can't really describe it. It's just something that, like, I see how people are, like, I see how my friends' parents are, I just see people in general. It's not something I
Your
fit
friends
into.
here?
Yeah, like, their parents and all that. Like, it's a very nice image, but it's just something I don't see myself doing. Here, they say that, like, I feel that here you kind of live to work, whereas in Europe you work to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is, like, if I could sum it up, I think it'd be that. It's like, that's the difference between the two. Like, I want a job that will help me live. I want to like that job, but I don't want my job to
be your whole life.
Yeah.
That's something I forgot to ask about.
Okay.
Why do you like running? There's got to be something.
Why do I like running here?
Or just in general. Why do you do it?
Like, the thrill of races, like, the thrill, like, the adrenaline rush, all of that. I was thinking about it this morning after yesterday's race and the day before. It doesn't compare to anything in the world for me. There is nothing more exciting for me than just, like, running a last 400 on the track, like, with people cheering, just your teammates cheering, like, you're pushing yourself to the limits, like, you know you want to get somewhere, and you've worked really hard for it, and, like, all that training is going to use right now, and you're just, like, that feeling is just, I have not experienced anything else, and, like, that's why I continue to do it, because it does take up a lot of time, like, 2-3 hours every day, yeah, it is a commitment, but it's just, until I find something else that satisfies me like that, like, then I'll continue doing it, I guess.
Do you remember, like, moving from Chicago to Greece?
Yeah.
Like, what was that like? That's my final question.
Okay. I was crying the entire plane ride on the way back.
Really?
I didn't want to go
to
back.
Greece?
No, I didn't want to go back.
How come?
Because I don't like
But
planes.
had you ever been there?
Yeah, summers only.
Okay.
But, like, I really like my life here. Like I admit that. Like I had some very, very good years here. I didn't want to go back at all, and I remember crying. But that's also because I don't like change. And like maybe that's one of the reasons I'm kind of like, as you grow older, you know, you're less like susceptible to like alterations and changes and all that. Like that's one of the reasons maybe I haven't assimilated as much here. Oh, I think I have, maybe not as much.
So how long did it take you to
So that,
start liking Greece? A year?
Yeah, a year, and then I loved it.
And now you want to go back
And now I don't want to go back there necessarily, but I want to go back to
Europe?
something that fits more with who I am as an individual. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.